Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, tournament time is here in Indiana, with several programs chasing repeat state titles.
We got a great opportunity. No one's ever had a repeat the golf state title as a team.
Also, don't miss part 2 of our conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA. Plus, we take a look back at some of our favorite top plays of the year. It's time to have some fun on the season finale of The Zone Extra right now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you. Welcome to the season finale of The Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a year it's been when it comes to high school sports right here in the great state of Indiana. Hey, coming up tonight on the show, you don't want to miss part 2 of our conversation with the commissioner, Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Plus, we have a little fun looking back at some of our plays of the season. And a little bit later, we count down the top 10. And with the postseason upon us, we will share all the key dates for the state tournament action so you don't miss a moment. In boys golf, though, we begin tonight. We are a week away, folks, from the start of the state tournament, that is. Last season, Guerin Catholic won its second straight team championship, finishing 2 shots better than runner-up Westfield. The Golden Eagles are led this year by senior Leo Wessel, who was last year's individual champion. Guerin knows it won't be easy, but they are excited to have the chance to chase a bit of history.
We got a great opportunity. No one's ever had a three-peat at the golf state title as a team. So I think if we could get that done, that would be amazing, and it would be a great end to my brother's career, and it'd just be a great start to my first 2 years of my career. And I think if we get it done, it'd be absolutely amazing.
I think our biggest strength as a team is that, everyone can play. In the past we've had like top 5, top 6 who can play. We're a little bit deeper this year. We've had a lot of guys in the past that had a lot of tournament experience, but I think if we keep playing and we keep the right mental attitude going into the next couple weeks and, just hone in our skills, I think we can maybe have a chance at another state championship.
All right, we'll see if they can make some history coming up in the boys golf state tournament. So here's a look at the sectionals, folks. It gets underway May the 31st through June the 3rd. You got a regionals taking place June the 6th to the 7th. And then the all-important state finals taking place at one of the best courses in the state of Indiana, Prairie View Golf Club. Coming up June the 11th through the 12th. Good luck to all those teams as they try to win a state championship. All right, meanwhile, sticking with golf here tonight, more golf news. Congrats to Westfield senior Sam Brown, who qualified for the U.S. Women's Open. How about that? Brown won her qualifier earlier this month to make the field at the Lancaster Country Club starting a week from today on May the 30th. Brown was this year's individual champion by 4 shots at the IHSAA State Finals. Brown will play college golf at Purdue starting next season. Congratulations to her, an incredible honor there for her job well done. Time for a break here on The Zone Extra tonight, but we have much more folks ahead here on the season finale of The Zone Extra. Coming up next is part 2 of our conversation with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA as we start to look forward to what's on the horizon when it comes to high school sports here in Indiana.
This is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on The Zone Extra tonight. Anthony Calhoun's our season finale show here for you tonight. Last week we brought you part 1 of our great conversation with Andrew Chernoff, a wide-ranging conversation with Commissioner Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Now we jump back in for part 2 with the commish, starting with a conversation about the recent addition of girls wrestling and boys volleyball as full IHSAA sports.
both sports have seen significant growth in 1 year, in 2 years' time. Boys volleyball has grown from just a handful of teams, and now this year it looks like we're at around 105 teams across the state playing boys volleyball. But girls wrestling, it started with just a few girls 5 years ago, and this year we had 1,444 girls across the state representing 172 schools. I mean, phenomenal growth, and we really think now that it's been a recognized sport, we're going to see the sports explode as far as numbers of participation, and we're excited about that. But you know, you think about this, what it means for the association. This is the first time we've really brought new sports on since the mid-90s. And that was boys and girls soccer, because the mechanism wasn't in place for change. We made some adjustment to the rules, and now there's a mechanism for change, and meet these student athletes where their interests are. And you know, if they're interested in girls wrestling, by gosh, we're going to put on the best state tournament we can, and we're going to do the same for boys volleyball.
I know those two sports are really looking forward to being IHSAA sanctioned. Emerging sports are always looked at, it's sort of the test case, let's move on. Are there any other sports you could see in the near future getting to that point?
Well, we have a proposal right now before us to consider for girls lacrosse. And I know our other partner, the Colts, are working really hard to promote girls flag football, and we're on board too. And I think we've seen nationally girls flag football take off. 2 states are already offering state championships in girls flag football, and we're going to work real hard with our partner, the Colts, and see if we can grow that sport also. So, you know, we really want opportunities for kids to participate as part of a team, and that's what this growth is all about.
You mentioned the partnership with the Colts. I know you guys recently announced an extension of that partnership for 3 years. What has that partnership meant to the IHSAA, and just how key is that when it comes to promoting high school sports around the state?
Well, how important is it for our student athletes that play this game of football in this state to know that the professional organization of the state supports what they do? And they do that through their coaches recognitions program. They do it with financial grants to schools at times. They do it in a lot of ways. You know, that at the end of the season, one of those last games, the Mental Attitude Award winners came back to Lucas Oil, and they were celebrated in front of that crowd at Lucas Oil. And our Colts truly understand what high school sports is about in this stadium. We have a presence in the Lucas Oil with the football helmets, and there's a lot of things there, and we're so excited to partner with them, because it's not like that in India anywhere else. It's like that in Indiana, and that's why Indiana is such a special place.
Shoot, you see the basketball champions in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It's pretty cool when you're walking in to go see a Colts game or a Pacers game or a Fever game, and you see all the schools represented there. Looking ahead as well, I know you probably get a lot of emails. You probably have a lot of parents that talk to you, a lot of students that talk to you. What's the big thing that you hear from them that they either want, or maybe here's a change? Do you notice a common theme from anything?
Well, I see a lot of things, especially with the changes in NCAA, what they've done when it comes to, you know, basically in a lot of cases, let's just call it what it is, instead of it's pay for play, you know. And then we also have transfer rules where students they're in 4 universities and 4 rules and those things. And I think those are the things that are a lot of conversation around the high school scene. But I tell you, the people who are true lovers of high school sport understand that we're different. They understand that there's nobody out there making millions of dollars as a coach in our business, and it's just not the same thing that the NCAA. And what I hear more often than not is, don't look like the NCAA. And I don't mean anything bad towards our friends. It's just that the high school season, the high school setting, when it puts the word education before athletics, is still important, because we really believe that the lessons that our kids learn, first of all, they're transformational in their life, but then they're transferable to the rest of their life. And the vast majority of kids that we have in our programs are never going to play professionally. They're going to be great employees for some company in the future. And that's why it's so important that we protect a system that is an education athletic system before it is a performance-based system. And I think people want us to make sure that we are still really grounded in our approach to development of young men and women.
This is a unique summer, too, because the Summer Olympics are going on. Yeah. There's always some Indiana student athletes, former student athletes, who take part in these Olympic Games. When you get to see them hit the world stage like they do, what goes through your mind?
Well, I'm just glad everybody gets to see what we know about Indiana every year, you know, and I got to give a shout out to my girl Lily King from Evansville, Indiana. That's my hometown, and
she's pretty good.
And Lily's pretty good, and you got to love her approach to competition, and she's been phenomenal. And so we're going to say go Lily, but go to all the Indiana kids who are participating in the Olympics this year, because, you know, they're going to let this little Midwest state and let people around the world show what it's like to be an Indiana kid with Indiana values performing on a big stage.
And then last thing, Paul, you're always working. I swear, I don't think he takes many vacations. He's always in meetings, always doing stuff, always at games. What does and I think I ask you this every year, what does your summer look like as you gear up for next IHSAA school year?
Well, we're right now, matter of fact, today we've been working on our plans for next school year with the staff, and we're going to spend 2 days together just talking about sport and where we're going to be at next year. But then I'll do the same thing with my board of directors, and then we'll have a few meetings as we get through, and then we're going to push hard all the way through the month of June, and then we're going to try to recharge a little bit in July, because the 1st of August we start our fall sports season again. So my wife tells me I need to take a few more vacations, but it's hard when you're doing something you love every day.
No doubt about it. Paul Neidig, he's the biggest high school sports fan in the state, which is fitting why you are the commissioner of the IHSAA. Paul, appreciate the time, my friend. Always appreciate it. AC, it's going to be a fun school year next year for sure. Hard to believe this year already coming to a close.
Yeah, you're right about that. Cannot wait. Thanks again to the Commissioner, Paul Neidig, for spending some time with us. So we love having him part of our show each week here on Thursdays, and of course, part of the Zone Extra. We're taking a break. Up next, we're counting down our top 10 plays of the season. You don't want to miss it.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to the season finale of the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun with you as we bring the 2023-24 year to a close. We want to have a little fun tonight and look back at some of the top high school sports plays we've seen this season. And boy, did we have some good ones to choose from. Now it's time to count down our top 10. So you ready to go? Let's go. Number 10. Softball action from earlier this month. Martinsville's Elena Lambert with the swing and a drive to the left. That is gone for a grand slam. Congrats to the senior of the big hit. Martinsville would win that game over Edgewood 12-4. Number 9, let's go back to football season. Lawrence North's Davion Chandler goes up high over the top of 2 defenders to make the great catch. That play would set up a Wildcats touchdown, a 22-point victory. Chandler will be a senior next year, and his several college offers from Power 5 schools. All right, meanwhile, let's go to play number 8 here. Westfield football coming up with the trick play against Hamilton Southeastern. Parker Nadir makes the catch, and allowed us here to Bo Braun for a huge first down late in the 4th quarter. That was set up a game-winning touchdown for the Rocks against the Hamilton County rivals. What a call with the game on the line. Number 7, girls volleyball action. Check out the great dig here from Zionsville, Claudia Antcliffe there, as the Eagles are able to get the point. Check that out again in slow motion. What a play from the Zionsville junior. Play number 6 here. Boys basketball, 2A state champion. Check out the behind the back pass here from Brownstown Central's Jack Benter here to set up Micah Sheffer in the corner 4-3. Brownstown Central would win his first basketball state title. Benter, of course, headed to Purdue next season to play for Matt Painter and the Boilermakers. In the top 5, Lawrence North girls basketball. Tie game in the final seconds here. Get hurt with a 3-pointer at the buzzer. It's good as the Wildcats knock off Gibson Southern. What a shot from the junior. Lawrence North will definitely be a team to watch, of course, again next season. Play number 4. How about this shot from Greenfield Central's Braylon Mullins here? He lets it fly from 65 feet and banks it in at the halftime buzzer to win over Southport. Greenfield Central put together an undefeated regular season over the winter. Mullins will be one of the top candidates for Indiana's Mr. Basketball Award coming up next year. All right, meanwhile, play number 3 in Danville. Football hosting Southmont on Hamilton homecoming night, that is. Take a look at this incredible one-handed catch by Warriors senior Caden Collins as he takes it in for the touchdown. Danville would get the homecoming win. Take another look at that in slow motion. Great catch there by Collins, getting it done right there. And number 2, Marion County basketball tournament. How about the lob between the legs here from Davion Hampton here to Xavier Robinson for the alley-oop. Take another look at that again. Lawrence Northwood claimed the Marion County championship this season, and the Wildcats should once again be one of the top teams in the state coming up next year. And the number 1 play for us, Garrett Catholic basketball down a point in double overtime. Ben Grissom throws the ball over the head toward the basket. Malcolm comes up here. Hosey here catches and lays it in to beat the buzzer and win the sectional championship. What a play to give the Golden Eagles of the win. So much fun watching all the great top plays we've seen all season. All right, we're taking a break. Much more coming your way here on the season finale of the Zone Extra. That's coming up, including a look back at the battle for the Zone banner as we get set for a new competition coming up in the fall.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the season finale of the Zone Extra. As the spring season starts to wind down, that means fall sports, that is, are once again on the horizon. And of course, that will bring a brand new battle for the Zone banner for the best student section. Last fall, Bishop Chatard won the banner for the first time. Let's take a look back at the fun we had with the Trojans. We're at Bishop Chatard High School, the winner of the coveted The Zone banner for 2023 for having the best student section in Central Indiana. Hi everybody, I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a year was for this student section here at Chatard High School. They supported their football team on and off the field, went to road games, battled through the tough weather at times, and they delivered as the 12th man for the Trojans. You know what? Let's go give these students their banner. What's up, Chatard? Hey, we got the band. What'd you get? Hey, we want the band. We know you got one of the best football teams in the state of Indiana, right? Now, you got the best student section in the state of Indiana. You know something about hanging banners here, right?
I think most importantly, our kids on the field appreciate it because they know the students in the student section have their back. They're out there supporting them through thick or thin. It doesn't matter the weather. We've had some cold games this year. Not too bad, a couple rain games, but the students have been there every single week, and it's awesome.
Whenever your football team is playing, your student section is always packed, always ready to go. Let's have some fun. Who wants some cookies? Who wants a shirt?
Ours is a community that prides itself on the love we show for each other and the support that we show for each other. Whether it's parents, teachers, administrators, students, whether it's football, basketball, the plays, music, everything. Our community always bands together and supports one another. And so just to have this kind of in the public eye and the sport you guys bring to it, the limelight you put on that showcases just what a great community we are here.
Congratulations, Trojans. The 2023 Zone banner belongs to Bishop Chatard. Oh, that was so much fun. Cannot wait for the coming fall. It's going to be great fun once again. Flying tonight, let's talk about the state tournament action underway for just about to get started for all of the spring sports here across Indiana as teams and individuals compete for the coveted state championships. Let's take a look at some of the key dates to keep on your radar so you don't miss any of the great action. Starting first, here we got the boys. Of course, we got the baseball state tournament. You see the sectionals there, May the 22nd, 27th, regionals, semi-state, and of course, the state finals coming your way as well in baseball. Meanwhile, also on the diamond here, we got the softball here for the ladies on sectionals, May the 20th to the 25th. You got regionals, semi-state, and of course, you got the state finals there. And here are some of the state championship dates for the other spring sports as well. Girls track, May the 31st. Girls tennis, May the 31st to June the 1st. June the 1st, you got boys track, and then you got the unified there track as well with June the 1st as well. And then we got boys golf coming up June the 11th through the 12th. Good luck to all the teams trying to win a state championship. And folks, I got to say thank you so much for joining us all year long here on the Zone Extra. We greatly appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you back here coming up this fall. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.